Do you speak with plants? Are you
Mm,
talking to the trees?
yeah, not really. I like to observe them. I like to look at them to scrupulously just like, draw these lines on them, just feel, touch, and just be in disconnect. I want to buy a magnified lens and just like be like, wow, interesting. So many branches, so many veins. That's life. And people eat that stuff, murderers. So I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do not talk, but I do appreciate their existence.
So you can find Olga Kisilova's works, and she's really she's really talking to the trees, and she's always posting at her Facebook also about technologies a little bit. She's always posting something like, "Today I'm talking to the trees," and every day she has the same post, something like that, with different pictures, of course.
Yeah,
And yeah.
that's interesting.
Answering a little bit on your question, uh, I would like to say that we have to study how to use technologies in proper way to find balance between nature and our own balanced life and our own everything and technologies. So, uh, f- uh, um, it's difficult. We should find the way when technologies can help us to be enjoying the life and to be enjoying the nature. And I have one example about it. Amy Young, she's an artist, art and science artist. She created an app, so you can take this app to the, for example, forest, and you can turn on your camera, and this app will show you something like, I don't know, all bacteria, all cells. You can see something like that, that there's not just tree, it's whole universe in this tree and something like that. It's so interesting. I really
Hmm.
like your idea.
Hmm.
Interesting. You're so spiritual with plants, trees, I guess. Yeah, I get this why. But what you just mentioned? We should design a proper way how to use technologies, and that technologies could make people happier. Well, technologies do make people happier, and I can tell from my own life experience. I was originally born in Smolenskaya Oblast. Yeah, город Rostov. It's
Oh,
like
God,
yeah. Do you know that place?
of course. I've never been here, but I would like to visit it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Not all people know about it, but yeah, that's cool. So I see that life there, I mean the lifestyle, the quality of life is not as good. So my aunt, for example, she would come home from her work and just use this gadget for the rest of the evening. And when I was coming back, she was just using it. And then I just realized, actually, technologies make her feel happier because otherwise she would be just so bored, or like she would look around at her life. She would not enjoy it. So I guess in this regard, artificial happiness, but yeah, technology brings. So what do you think, Tarek?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about it that way, In some ways, right? My first thought is like, yeah, she's enjoying it, but what does it do for her? It's like a passive fix for her disconnect. And I would say that she, yeah, from based on this description, that she is disconnected from nature because what you called bored, right? She would just be bored without it. That's a time that she could use to go outside and, like, I don't know, see the trees and the birds and the water. And I'm sure Roslavo actually has a lot of that kind of nature when I've seen some pictures
Interesting.
there.
There is a well-known phrase, I guess. Three things that person could watch it and then in an infinite time, right? Like water, fire, and some other vulgar stuff. I'm not gonna put it the podcast, but actually, for how long, man? And it's not just Rostov example. You disconnect yourself from nature as well.
Yeah,
I
that's
do,
true.
and oral people, but just to the another extent, like just different in a different matters. We go to canteen and we get this tray and we have rice and new or like other like cucumbers with some sauce and we eat it, but at the same time we watching I don't know some like a top sheep cooking like I don't know $300 dish, you know, and we would be like, yeah, enjoying. That's connection, isn't it? So I guess we have to like realize we have to really calm down ourselves and at least stop to be like, yo, we have to do that and be like still doing the same shit as other people do. I think the ones who actually enjoy natures never talk about it, never do a podcast. They're already there enjoying. That's my opinion. And that's actually very interesting. You know, that's why I kind of like it just slowed me down. Like, yo, actually, if I was enjoying nature, I would not advocate for that. That's how I went hiking one time with my friend professor. Yeah, that was really fun to do. You know, we had some beers. We went to like, you know, to the mountains area in Hanzhou. It was a really big, you know, slope, and we just had to climb it all up all the way to the apex. And I was really enjoying, but like professor was taking pictures of it, just like you like to do. And I have a strong opinion about it. While he was taking this picture, this is my personal belief. I don't want to insist on anybody, but when you're doing this at that very exact moment, you're missing it. The moment itself, it's gone. I'm gonna give you an example to just really connect this story. My late friend Max, who used to talk a lot, I lost him like a year ago. And I actually used to record our conversation because when I was in a not sober mood, I was just like, yo, man, it's just something crazy. Let's record this. And when I start recording this, he just asked me this question, yo, man, why do you do this? You know that you're missing this moment of talking. You would not get it afterwards. After you're gonna listen to it tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I mean, our condition is not important, but like this, the whole moment of having this conversation right now, that's important. So when you reload this, you know, you're like I don't want to say reflect, but you just look at it again. It's not the same. So instead of just trying to capture that moment, but you're like while you're already missing it, I just enjoy it and just you know sense it and store it into my heart or somewhere in my memory system that I can be like, yeah, damn, that was a good moment. That's right. I mean, I have no like bad feelings about like taking picture and stuff, but I have an example. I have an example. Tarek was me and Tarek. That was the first time in Banya, and I showed him Banya. Banya. Yeah. So as he walked out of Parilka, laid down, I took a picture of him. And as I did, I was just still watching. But when I look at this picture over and over again without the time, yo, it doesn't feel the same. But I feel it. I feel the emotion. I feel the way he laid on that thing, you know. I just remember it myself. I don't need any pictures, any phones to make me remember, to make me recall that moment. Because from my perspective, yo, that's impossible still or yet. So I would rather not to picture something. As I was standing on that mountain on the apex, I was thinking about like, yo, that would be a cool party over here. Like I would put cheer there, put people over there, you know, instead of just like, yo, that would be just a good, you know, just good view. But I didn't do any pictures because I thought I like it's just there's no point. I'm gonna miss the chance to really appreciate that exact time, moment, seconds. That's my idea.
It's interesting.